A healthy hive functions like a perfect and fluid organism. Perfect and fluid organism. The worker bees make up the bulk of the colony. Perfect and fluid organism.
That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters.
The worker bees make up the bulk of the colony.
The very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. Most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
Something good will come along, something to make you feel connected, something to make you feel whole, something to make you feel connected, something to make you feel whole, something to make you feel connected, something to make you feel whole. You wait in vain, wasting years for a phone call or a letter or a look from someone or something to make it all right, and it never comes. Or it seems to, but it doesn't really. So you spend your time in vague regret or vaguer hope that something good will come along, something to make you feel connected, something to make you feel whole, something to make you feel loved. And the truth is, I feel so angry. And the truth is, I feel so fucking sad.
What does it say to you?
It restates the negativeness of the universe, the hideous, lonely emptiness of existence, nothingness, the predicament of man forced to live in a barren, godless eternity, like a tiny flame flickering in an immense void with nothing but waste, horror and degradation, forming a useless, bleak straitjacket in a black, absurd cosmos.
What are you doing Saturday night?
Committing suicide.
What about Friday night?
Look, you've got it all wrong. You don't need to follow me. You don't need to follow anybody. You've got to think for yourself. You're all individuals. Yes, we're all individuals. You're all different. Yes, we are all different.
Check my email really quick. Oh my god. Huffington Post has the top 10. And then one more text. Software update. I gotta watch these movies and I gotta return them. Help! Gary? Gotta check my texts, my email.
Fred?
Help! One more text. I gotta watch all these movies before they have to return them. Up on my queue and top 10 family photos. Okay, just send one more text. MP3s, I wanna put my DVR.
No, please
I
put it
check
down.
my Facebook update. I can Tumblr.
Fred, wait, please. You know what's happening, right? You're just spiraling. You're out of control.
Yeah.
No, there's too many things going on. But
I wanna check my texts.
You're out, right?
Help me, please.
The television screen is the retina of the mind's eye. Therefore, the television screen is part of the physical structure of the brain. Therefore, whatever appears on the television screen emerges as raw experience for those who watch it. Therefore, television is reality, and reality is less than television. Therefore, television is reality, and reality is less than television.
We know the air is unfit to breathe and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it! My life has value!
You are an old man who thinks in terms of nations and peoples. There are no nations. There are no peoples. There are no Russians. There are no Arabs. There are no third worlds. There is no West. There is only one holistic system of systems. One vast and immane, interwoven, interacting, multivariate, multinational dominion of dollars.
There is no America. There is no democracy. There is only IBM and ITT and AT&T and DuPont, Dow, Union Carbide, and Exxon. Those are the nations of the world today.
We no longer live in a world of nations and ideologies, Mr. Beale. The world is a college of corporations, inexorably determined by the immutable bylaws of business. The world is a business. The world is a business. The world is a business.
There's no other species of animal that is as blatantly self-destructive and suicidal like human beings are. Every other species has some sense of self-preservation. We don't have that. We just fucking drink up, fire up, let's have a cigarette. You have a puppy, and you throw a tennis ball for a puppy till he's out of breath and he's thirsty, and you offer him a pan of water or a pan of Pepsi. He's going to drink the water every time because he has some instinctual need to survive where that is more palatable for him. All the advertising in the world around the Pepsi is not going to affect his decision. Billboards, little billboards. He's still drinking the water. I don't get it, Tom. But us, fucking give me another Red Bull. I'm fucking put more mayonnaise on it. I love the taste.
The real decision makers in our information ecosystem, I see Apple, I see Microsoft, I see Facebook, and I see Google. And I say, what do those companies want? They want to run the operating systems of your life. They see a time in the not too distant future where so many different articles in our lives will have data flow through them. And they want to be able to monitor and monetize that data flow. But we should get beyond network neutrality. We should get beyond the desktop, even beyond the mobile phone, and think very critically about the sorts of technological challenges we have in the next 5, 10, 20 years. Look, increasingly, through our mobile devices, through wearable technology, and soon through our automobiles, we are going to face a concentration of power as one or two companies rise to control the flow of data through our lives. What do those companies want? What do those companies want? As we find human bodies being tracked and monitored, and perhaps that data being exploited or leaked, what we're going to see in the next few years is the control over our bodies as we surrender and outsource decision-making to algorithms, data sets, the sense of, for instance, ownership over the data we produce, a sense of how open this data will be to state intervention or state examination. We're going to have all sorts of questions over the values that are embedded in these algorithms that are going to make these decisions and figure out whether we're going to have, more orange juice in our fridge because our fridges are telling us we're out of orange juice. Well, maybe our fridges can tell us what kind of orange juice or what brand of orange juice. So maybe there's a contract involved in that. That's going to affect advertising. It's going to affect consumer choices. It's going to affect nutrition. There are going to be all sorts of questions of control. What do those companies want? what do those companies want? What do those companies want?
Welcome to Costco. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Selfishness and materialism are a part of human nature.
Sellers often believe the things they want to sell are worth much more than the market is willing to pay. It's ubiquitous. Once we own something, we start to value it. We want to hold on to it. Researchers have long believed the endowment effect has biological roots. Deep in the brain, it feels worse to lose something than it feels good to gain something.
Selfishness and materialism are a part of human nature. Selfishness and materialism are a part of human nature.
What are we going to do, not play video games? The last few weeks we've been too busy to play video games, and look at what we did. There's been drama, action, romance. I mean, honestly, you guys, do we need video games to play? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, make a point. And maybe we started to rely on Microsoft and Sony so much that we forgot that all we need to play are the simplest things.
Instead of going out and buying a package book, describe your interests, your needs, your problems. They said, it'll be right over. And they at once Xerox, with the help of computers from the libraries of the world, all the latest material just for you personally, not as something to be put out on the bookshelf. They send you the package as a direct personal service. This is where we're heading under electronic information conditions. Products increasingly are becoming services.
The global village is not created by the motor car or even by the airplane. It's created by instant electronic information movement. The global village is at once as wide as the planet and as small as a little town where everybody is maliciously engaged and poking his nose into everybody else's business. The global village is a world in which you don't necessarily have harmony. You have extreme concern with everybody else's business and much involvement in everybody else's life.
But I think of technologies as extensions of our own bodies, of our own faculties.
Another strange effect of this electric environment is the total absence of secrecy.
Wait, what? This is classic eavesdropping, including internet activity by Americans from American soil. Why are there not villagers massing in the streets with flaming torches?
Oh, honey, the terrorist alert has been lifted to orange. Oh, what should I do? Well, get the bread out of the oven and let's eat dinner. Well, should I get scared? Yes, that's what it's about. It's about getting scared. All right, well, now I'm scared. Now what do I do? Just obey.
Is it possible that as a pure matter of public relations that global outrage could shame the president into
they don't give a shit.
Ordering these practices to stop?
Americans do not give a shit.
I think you're right. Global outrage.
Hi, everybody, I love you. Thanks for loving me, I love you too.
Show some love for Beyonce.
Send Pepsi your selfie, and maybe it'll be included in this intro to Beyonce's Super Bowl halftime show. Reach out to any celebrity or brand on social media, and there's an implied promise they might reach back.
Bam, there I am in the commercial. That's like literally a check off the bucket list.
His success in this game of likes is reflected in his numbers.
Darren, Chris, stop it.
After 7 years of talking about his obsessions, he's won over 3 million subscribers to the YouTube channel he created.
Ordinarily, people are trained to try to follow you, connect everything you say. They're not prepared to use their wits.
The interesting thing about traditional celebrities and then YouTubers, for a fan, they run up to me in the street and they act like we are friends.
Oh, hey girl, come on in. What?
Beyond his massive following on YouTube, he has over 800,000 followers on Facebook, 1.3 million on Instagram, approaching 2 million on Twitter. And the numbers are rising every day.
I'm not really a big tech company. I'm actually your friend, and we're hanging out sort of at a bar or at the beach, and we're sort of part of each other's lifestyle. But at the same time, I'm going to take a lot of money off you, and I'm going to take all of your data and rifle through your address book. And
if we gift them the past, we create a cushion or pillow for their emotions, and consequently we can control them better.
Memories. You're talking about memories.
Retailing analyst Victor LeBeau articulated the solution that's become the norm for the whole system.
He said, our enormously productive economy demands that we make consumption our way of life, that we convert the buying and use of goods into rituals, that we seek our spiritual satisfaction, our ego satisfaction in consumption. We need things consumed, burned up, replaced, and discarded at an ever-accelerating rate. And if you think about it, what's the point of an ad except to make us unhappy with what we have? Each of us in the U.S. is targeted with over 3,000 advertisements a day. So 3,000 times a day, we're told our hair is wrong, our skin is wrong, our clothes are wrong, our furniture is wrong, our car is wrong. We are wrong, but it can all be made right if we just go shopping. So we're in this ridiculous situation where we go to work, maybe 2 jobs even, and we come home and we're exhausted, so we plop down on our new couch and watch TV, and the commercials tell us you suck, so you gotta go to the mall to buy something to feel better, and then you gotta go to work more to pay for the stuff you just bought, so you come home and you're more tired, so you sit down and you watch more TV, and it tells you to go to the mall again, and we're on this crazy work, watch, spend treadmill, and we could just stop.
What is it?
This, Jen, is the internet.
This stuff just knocks me out. Do you realize we're in a room that holds some of the highest achievements of Western civilization?
There's no girls.
You must have hopes, wishes, dreams.
No, nothing. Not even dreams.
You see? Look at this. Ike has all his friends over, and they're just sitting around on their own computers, barely talking to each other.
And what I didn't see, what I didn't predict, is that we would have these devices always on and always on us.
Everything's happening now. I want it now. I'm going to occupy Wall Street. We're going to sit here now and come to consensus. It's all presentist. In a presentist world, how do you tell stories? You know, you kind of can't. Stories don't work without time.
It's The Goonies and it's Citizen Kane. They don't distinguish between high and low. It's wonderful.
When did The Goonies become a good movie?
Well, you should hear this guy talk about it.
It's like their apartment is full of everything we once threw out, but it looks so good the way they have it.
Who directed The Goonies? I'll look it up.
Why is it that when one person picks up their phone, everybody else has to?
I just have a quick thing.
The baby.
Richard Donner.
Each of us is so certain that we've got the most important thing to do right now.
I know, it's so rude.
Not anymore. It used to be, but now it's accepted. It's like showing your ankles in the 1800s.
All of these sort of avatars out there, all these representations out there, working simultaneously beyond your control, you end up in this kind of a digiphrenia. It's more than one instance of you living simultaneously.
We don't have the capacity for solitude. We turn to other people in order to feel less anxious or in order to feel alive. When this happens, we're not able to appreciate who they are. It's as though we're using them as spare parts